Hi everyone, welcome to today's meeting. People are still coming in. Can we just connect for 1 second through the video so that I can just energetically zoom in, and then you can turn off the camera.
Off the
You
camera.
can sit around the fire. Sit around the fire and do this. Today's meeting is a very deep topic. I believe that humanity's, and just so you know, I already feel that forces are trying to stop me from doing this. Very interesting. But it's okay, we stand in our light, it's fine. I just feel this unease. Yes, the uneasiness is here. It's because it's so pertinent, and I believe that humanity's entire this mentality of servitude and captivity for tens and tens and thousands of years is due to this particular topic. We are stepping into our role here on Earth in 2022, so everything throughout your lives, many lives, had led up to this point. Humanity had never ascended entirely through the body. It has never been done before. And now, as you see, there are enormous shifts on many planes of existence. Mother Earth is shifting, its poles are reversing. Humanity's 3D archon, which is the matrix, which is inorganic, had fallen apart. So what we are doing now is getting rid of all the remaining densities in our physical bodies in order to step fully in our light and be able to hold the light. Now, I just like to shed some clarity on implants, sexual or life force energy, and how that affects your ascension. So in order for us to step fully into our service here on earth, and service is service is the flow with Mother, Father, God, that service. You don't really have a distinction between you and source, and you're just flowing through source. That's service. That's the highest definition of service. And you know that we have a huge problem with first of all, with our sexuality, with our feeling of pleasure or inability to feel pleasure or be addicted to pleasure, addicted to relationships, codependency, very unusual ways of sexual relating, very aberrant ways of connecting to this beautiful creational force. So all of that is in the collective of humanity, and partially we have some of that coding with us. Now, I've talked before about Kundalini and reversed Kundalini. Something that became clear to me is that we have different implants, and when I do transmissions, I always mention implants. And implants could be physical or etheric. Now, this sexual inversion, everything in the 3D archonic matrix is inverted. It means that the opposite is given to you as truth. And you embody that for generations. Now, if we have any implant anywhere in our body, it doesn't matter where it is, it's connected to our sexual energy, to our sexual force. Yes? And mostly what we need to do is activate our Kundalini. So instead of the Kundalini flowing upwards throughout your spine, piercing all of the energy centers, activating your Merkaba light body, most of us have an inverted Kundalini, which means all of our sexual energy is flowing downward. And what it does is it's feeding the inorganic structure. And I really don't want this session to be based in this feeling, a general vibratory feeling of something is wrong with me. Okay, so let's just, in the group, gather that feeling and drop it out. Okay, it's not about that. It's about empowering yourself. And yes, these inversions happen throughout the 7th all the way to the 9th dimension. And now, as all of these parallel timelines that are not in line with the highest vibration of Mother, Father, God, they're slowly collapsing. But if we know the truth, and if we can recognize slowly in our life, in what way can we weed out these elements that no longer serve us, and they are very subtle. This is why I'm gathering you today, and this is just a foreplay to the next session, which is going to be looking at fully debunking, deleting, clearing parallel timelines that are running, impending on your current life. And this has a lot to do with entity attachment, sexual force. Okay, what is the connection between entity attachments and your sexual energy? As I mentioned before, in inversions, wherever you may have an implant in your body, it also could be a generational density imprint information in your hologram, then all of your life force is not feeding you into the higher realms. It's actually sucking your energy away from you. And I would like you to contemplate, all of you. Let's say comes 8 o'clock in the night. How do you feel? How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Do you feel exhausted? Obviously, we are going through a lot of light body upgrades, and we, in general, humanity is really exhausted right now. But just look back, even in your life 5 years ago, 10 years ago. How is your energy management? Look into that. I'm just going to see some of the notes I made. Yes, so all of these reversals that are all throughout our body, implants, are connected to your sexual energy. And this sexual energy is also being manipulated through your fear. So implants reversals, fear, mentality, they're all connected. So instead of you being able to hold the light, hold the oneness with source, all of that is being suctioned away from you. Now, all of us have done training. We've done a lot of training, so it's not necessarily fully true. So today I looked into this topic and I'm like, this doesn't resonate all the way because we've all done a lot of shadow work. So another issue. You know that the love and light communities are very reluctant to look at their shadows and look at the dark side of duality. We always want to just veer towards the light. But so if you have a huge reluctance towards shadow work, going into your subconscious and unconscious imprinting and releasing that, and I was one of them who was not really free to look at it unless life really made me to. So that's another sign of these implants and inversions. So not wanting to look at the dark. So we're gonna today work with the tailbone, the base, and the hip bones. And we know that if you invert pure creational energy, Shakti, then you keep humanity enslaved, and that's what happened. Because we use our sexual energy to create. Your sexual energy is not just for procreation, it's for everything you actually bring into being. Thus, if you have a poverty consciousness, you're struggling with giving so much energy for your survival and nothing is really happening, that's another sign. So 2 clear signs: poverty consciousness, how am I going to make it here? Second, aversion to look into your dark side. And if you have a problem activating your Kundalini Shakti, it means that you would also have a problem uniting with your inner masculine feminine, which we talked about, the hieros gamos. So unless you activate your Kundalini force, you cannot arrive at an inner zero pointing the masculine and feminine polarities. And you see why this was stopped? Because then you are a God being. So through your implant, sexual energy is not held in your body. Equate sexual energy with creational energy. Yeah, it's the same thing. So if it's constantly being suctioned out of you, you're already dragging yourself by 2 in the afternoon. And then what you're doing is you unconsciously feed lower vibrations and you leak into the reverse grid. Now, what is actually partially true about this is because a lot of the reverse grids have been dismantled. Another issue, another sign that you have some implants in your body is that you cannot connect easily to pleasure. I'm fully one of those. You cannot be intimate with others. You have a problem being intimate with yourself and others. You have a fear of intimacy. You also are troubled with shame and guilt, which is connected to your sexuality. A lot of women feel numb in their yoni, have difficulty to feel pleasure, and they are feeling challenged when they need to lose themselves in the pleasure. Yes, they are constantly in control and they don't want to lose themselves into pleasure. And because orgasm in a way asks you to dissolve, correct? So you have to surrender into orgasm. And these are all signs that you're leaking sexual energy. And we are holding different codes in different parts of our body that still keep these false inverted codes resonating. Yes. And I told you that it's from the 7th and the 9th dimension. So all of us think, oh, well, it's just the lower 4D that is of a lower vibration. No, it's all the way up to the 9th dimension, which is pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Now, why we are working on clearing the physical, the mental, the emotional, the astral, and higher levels is because in order to be one with your source, you're just dismantling everything that is not it. Yes, that's all we're doing, because everything is here right now. Everything, yourself is fully here right now. And I would like you to, if you have a friend, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, friends, help them notice how many problems, or if they have problems with intimacy, how they're also, I don't even need to go into the porn industry, how our minds are wired for very, very dysfunctional ways of uniting. And I'm going to tell you something. I think I mentioned this before. So when we have an orgasm and you have not worked energetically, and let's say you don't have an awakened kundalini, then the energy goes from the base chakra up to the second chakra, which is your sacral chakra. You have an orgasm after, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, usually. And then you're expelling, yes, you have this explosion, and the energy falls back down, 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 down. And even while you're having sex, you're actually feeding the lower vibrations. If you notice, a lot of couples fight after sex. A lot of don't, obviously. But these are the easiest energetic points where you can be manipulated. Oh, and also, I mean, how many times have I read this in holy books, not holy, but even yogic, the Upanishads and well, the Puranas, the Bhagavad Gita. When you consider sexual desire, they considered it a very dangerous thing on your path, because it can really veer you off, because it's that pure creational energy that actually you need to unify with your God self. So you have to be very careful how you're modulating this energy. Now, I'm going to tell you honestly, I don't have the intimacy thing covered, I personally. I haven't really mastered the divine counterpart, but what I do have mastered is that my energy level is really high. So I mastered the union mostly within myself. So I can really have this God union, one with God, but it had not yet mirrored. So this state had not yet been mirrored in a form of a partner. I want to be completely transparent on this platform. I am not here to sell bogus. I am on the path just like you. We are all on the same path. All we're doing is we're helping each other, okay? And so what the difference is that when I leaked all of my creational sexual energy downward, I was just walking exhausted all the time. But now what has been also happening is that whenever there is an interjection, a lower vibrational interjection in my field, like entities or timelines that I may be dropping in, I notice, and then I can hold the light. So my purpose for all of you, I'm not teaching you sacred sexuality right now because I am not there, but I am there to bring down, and we are all there to bring down our light source. And then because my Kundalini is very specific and it's all the way open, we'll bring it down, and we're going to clear from, so it's not exactly the solar plexus, but your belly button. The solar plexus is beyond the belly button, but the belly button is another power center. We'll enter through there because all of the dimensional manipulation happened exactly through your power center, and we'll move down. We'll move down and deal with the tailbone. So today we're going to bring that into the field transmission. So I just want to make sure that you understand what is going on. And also when we clear it, then we're going to reactivate the pillar of light so that it's automatically flowing unobstructedly. And once you can connect fully to source, down and up, fully unobstructedly, your energy balances your health, your mood. Of course, there are ups and downs, but not as high. And when you have a down, then you can lift yourself much faster. Yes? And this is how we can abide in the fifth dimensional consciousness. This is practical ascension. It's a step-by-step. How do you, as a human being, hold a higher frequency? It's all about that. It's the human that needs to adjust, yes, and everything that stands in the way. Okay, now make sure that you also work in tandem with me so that we bring down a full protective star portal, because this is an iffy business, yes? Some of the forces, and listen, I don't fear this, come what may, but these forces don't want you to have full control over your highest potentiality. And if I could do it, you can do it. And the next step is, oh yes. So one more note about the twin flame, the twin flame paradigm. Now, after 2018, more and more twin flame unions are going to meet. Now we have a lot of misinformation here. You cannot meet your twin flame unless you zero-pointed your male and female polarity. Yes? So Hieros Gamos is that highest union with the polarities, the two polarities unite with the one self and disappear in it. Now, I personally think that you can meet your twin flame or divine counterpart, and maybe you're not fully there, you're not fully in the state of the Hieros Gamos. I don't know many people who are, by the way. And you're actually helping each other through extreme triggers to see your mirror and see in the mirror of as the other is your mirror, where are those points still to be cleared and neutralized in order for you to inwardly unite. Yes? Now, I have gotten to a certain level of that unification, but there are still many, many points that need to be worked on. Spirit helps you do that. It's not your mind. It's not your mind. And another issue is that in the next, I don't know if you noticed, maybe after we finish this we can talk about it. Fear is coming full blown in the next two months to clear all of your fear paradigms. So I'm mentioning this because our work today has a lot to do with this being locked into this fear, whether it, of course, we are not being swayed by the COVID fear paradigm, but maybe you are swayed by your own fear paradigms. Yeah, so notice that. That's another false light memory in you. Okay, so fear, sexual creational energy, implants. Okay, so that's what we're working today on. And let us bring down a very pure space. Okay, good. Thank you so much. I rarely talk this much, but I think we needed to hear some of this so that we know where we're heading. Okay? And I am so glad that we have awakened men here, because most of this work is being done by women, and that's not enough. Yes? Because the polarity is male, female, it's in all of us. Okay. Automatically draw back all of your energy, all of the energy into your heart space. You can turn off your cameras if you're bothered. Drop everything I said, because everything is partial truth. Drop it. We're entering a star portal through our collective gathering, collective heart space. We are the star portal. And just notice from your heart space, we go up to source. We don't go anywhere, obviously, but we're just retracing what is happening, how you're connected at all times. And declare, we command our full authority. This is very important. We command our full authority to be present in our energy matrix. We ask our highest aspects of our highest selves to deliver us divine truth, giving and receiving in all things, bypassing our egos, our ego minds, and our alter egos. Right now, shed some light, this golden crystalline white light in the right side of your brain. Light up your right side of the brain. Light it up. And with this beautiful feeling, the sensation of falling, fall back into the heart space with the right brain. That's it. That's it. We are short-circuiting the mental activity, stopping it, stopping. We ask our quantum master selves, this is your higher self, as ascended masters, to step into our energy matrix, open up our divine I am avatar blueprint, working from the place of oneness. And I ask Mother, Father, God to oversee and overlight this transmission and healing session. I open a star portal and intend within this star portal to clear all of the reversals still impending our physical, mental, emotional, astral bodies all the way to the 12th dimension. Thank you. I ask that each one of us present or listening at the next now moment would be clearly led, taught, embodied, the knowing to have full control over our energy matrices. So it is. I command that only the highest light, truth, love, wisdom, will can come through this united space for the highest good of all. And I now ask for the clearing of any and all entities, attaching spirits, energies, vibrations, miasma, timelines, parallel timelines that are not in accordance with the highest vibration, embodiment of Source Self. Thank you. I ask everyone to be adjusted to their highest frequencies now through the light pillar of their being one with Source Self. I ask also that all be led, their spirit, their essence, be led to those places in their energy field that still need some healing, completion, adjustment. Thank you. We all do this as master beings. I also ask each one of you to drop from the heart space all the way to your Earth Star chakra, just below your feet, 1/2 meter. It's the silver energy, silver center. Plugging into the new Earth unity grid. And I ask each one of our holographic energy conglomerate Tune. Oh. Oh, interestingly, we had cut out, huh? It's never happened before. It's okay. I was just setting up the safety. Don't worry about it. Good. This means that you're getting stronger. Very beautiful. It never cut out. Ever. So this means that it's a powerful group. We're holding the light. I just set up the pillar and I ask for the 12th dimensional shield of protection for each one of us and for the group field avatar self. Pull yourself into this light pillar. Pull yourself in, back. And we're unwinding, we're coming, clearing mental energy. Beautiful. Pull your attention and focus into your spine. And we're going to move up and down the spine, which is the pranic column of light through which you're connected to Source and all that is. So from your heart center, move up to Source, and from Source back down to the heart center, and all the way down to the center of this earth, connecting all the realms. And we're just igniting this free passageway in your spine. Clearing all of the granthis or the densities that block the throughway. I am made to ask you this right now. If you're not ready or feel like you're not ready to go any deeper in your practice, or you're not ready to face your shadows, your obstructions that are so invisible to you because they're mostly subconscious or unconscious, if there is this voice saying, I cannot do this, it's too scary. It's not like something scary is going to happen to you, but what this clearing can bring about is a lot of remodulating in your present now life. When you clear some energy centers, then your life can echo that back to you. So if you feel like you're not ready, then you can sign off. All we are doing is unlocking the tailbone. I ask now the field to be cleared with the white crystalline light. Allow yourself to unwind, put all your thoughts on the back burner, no matter what they're saying, your impressions, your fears. Get in touch with your feeling of the body. It's very important. Scan from toes to head, head to toes. Give thanks. I give thanks. I will give thanks. I will give thanks to this body that it serves me beautifully in order to exist in this plane of existence, 3D density. Feel thanks for every single cell as it is, working in union with all. I call in the homeostasis, better said, homeokinesis. It means acting in unison, harmony together in the highest health of our body, mind, soul conglomerate. Know that your second chakra, which is the sacral chakra, has imprints from your inner child wounding. We go a little bit deeper. Second chakra is your connection to yourself. I've been shown now that humanity has been distracted to go outward, look outward, and it actually never had established a connection even with their immediate self. I'm not even talking about God. Just the feeling of yourself here and now, your womanhood or manhood. Now this energy, this imprinting, this transmission for the highest good of all is pointing you to yourself. What does it feel like? What does it feel like to actually be in your body? And I call in our higher selves to be fully embodied in this material form. Thank you. Our ideas about love of another, love of oneself, is very skewed. Allow these impressions to float up in this space of healing, please. And we're holding this high vibrational space. We're holding it. So everything that actually comes up is for your own good, so that you can get in touch with what is here. This is radical because through your relating to yourself, you relate to your outside world. So this is the first step towards mending your relationship with what is outside of you. And we are using a little bit of a cheat because we are using higher frequencies. This is what's been given to us at this time. These new technologies that are like a medbed technology to recuperate, reinstate our natural relationship to ourself. This is so beautiful. Doesn't it feel much better now? We dare to embody our vessels. I find this is such a key point in our evolution. Honor yourself. And slowly move your attention and focus into the spine at the level of your belly button. And this is happening in the field, but we have to give permission and say, I am ready. I'm fully ready to release everything that stands in the way of my highest embodiment. Thank you for the highest good of all. So you might feel a little bit of a pressure just behind your belly button, like a suctioning, a centrifugal force pulling you inward. Moving deeper and deeper into these dense realms. It doesn't mean that they're low realms, they're just dense, cluttered. I ask Anubis to let each one of us be accompanied by a golden sentinel. A sentinel is a soldier of light. This is a golden age Atlantean technology to keep you in your highest vibration no matter what realm we need to visit in order to release density. Notice that behind you there is this sentinel or soldier of light, you have your own pillar of light and there is an extra pillar of light behind you. Know that in a quantum sense you can replicate your holographic potency as much as you want. All you need to do is have the attention and focus. And we're moving from the belly button downwards into the first and second planes of existence. Allowing the light of your consciousness, this golden crystalline white consciousness, to light up these areas from the belly button. We're moving slowly. Behind the belly button, we are slowly extending, extending, extending. Opening this area wider and wider, creating a light shaft. It is like a whirlwind that is moving from the belly button downwards. And you can notice for females, it's like through your vagina, from the belly button, moving down as a whirlwind, spiraling, 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 down through your vagina, down into the center of the earth. And from men, from your hara point, your lingam point, all the way down, down, down. Just feel the spiraling energy. Now know that Mother Earth had activated her Kundalini, activated, recovered, reignited. And now we're going to connect the belly button all the way to the sun, this crystalline heart of Mother Earth. Spiral all the way down. It's like some force is pulling you down. It feels good. It feels grounding. And from the heart of Mother Earth, there's an automatic spiral coming up, spiraling upward, clearing this shaft. Allow between your legs this shaft for the highest good of all. Reactivating, entering your earth star, cleansing. Do you know that very simple tool called a bottle cleanser? That's what we're doing with this force of white crystalline light from Mother Earth, going up your earth star, clearing all of the traumatic memories of your reincarnation. Beautiful. Just let it clear a little bit. Centrifugal force. All of these memories of torture cleansed. Still we are in the earth star, which is more of a collective space. Know that your earth star chakra is also directly connected to your soul star. And then this beautiful light force is heading up into your root, spinning. I ask for the spinning to be more active, faster and faster and faster. You might feel a pulsation in your tail bone. Introducing into this white crystalline golden light some electric white light to speed up the particles and clear. Moving into the tailbone. So the tailbone becomes this activated force of golden, light blue, white crystalline light. It's like a ball in your tailbone. And I program the field now to harmonize all the 12-dimensional layers of existence. All of it. I ask Source to readjust the lower fields with the higher fields and 0 point the fields. I ask now through the tailbone healing, a system to system readjustment now for the highest good of all. Awakening the most potent Shakti creational force. Cleansing everything and anything that stands in the way. And just pay attention how the force is moving up, up. Your attention and focus is in the tailbone. We're going to reactivate. We've done this before, but not to this efficacy. Move from the tailbone up to your right hip. So it's one of the sides of the triangle. I already feel nausea. If you feel any physical sensations, it means that the energy is clearing. From the tailbone to your right hip bone, opening these layers that are connected to the first few dimensions. Reactivating your holographic imprinting, adjusting your blueprint. And then from the tailbone, you feel this golden, white, light blue force emanating upwards to the hip, right hip. Clear this shaft, feel this space between the right hip and the tailbone. Tailbone, right hip. Move your consciousness back and forth, activate this area. The area of the reproductive organs, the lower belly, ovums, tailbone or coccyx being fully activated. And I ask to close all energy leakages from this area. Connect your tailbone to your cervix or the root of your phallus or lingam. Tailbone, root of your lingam or cervix. Just connect it automatically upward. Go up and down. Clearing any and all imprinting, false reversals, implants, miasma from all the layers, physical, emotional, mental, astral levels. Connect your tailbone to the root of your lingam or cervix. There's this burning force in your belly, readjusting your natural organic blueprint, anything and everything that had been inverted. Now it has to move back to its original blueprint under such high vibrational pressure impositions. There's a lot of numbness in this area, I feel. Do not panic, just open your body for the highest good of all. I ask to close all energy leakages from any dimensions, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th. Thank you. Whew. And now move into your tailbone and connect your tailbone to the left hip. It's the second side of the triangle. Feel this force. You may never have felt this from your tailbone emanating upwards, upwards. Move your consciousness up and down from the root to your left hip. And now we're going to do two at the same time. So from the root to the right hip and from the root to the left hip. We're creating this forgotten memory of this connectedness that was manipulated. Okay, now a little bit deeper, go into the center of the earth and just feel how Mother Earth is feeding you automatically from her heart into your Earth Star, from the Earth Star into your tailbone, from the tailbone into your hip bone, and also from your tailbone up your spine, out your head, up, up, upwards. And then the third side of the triangle is just, let's connect the two hips together. The right hip with the left hip, that's the third side of the triangle. Just move your attention and focus back and forth, creating this light passage, golden crystalline light blue. And start moving this triangle, the light in the triangle clockwise. This is the downward facing triangle of your Merkaba light body. And in the center of this triangle, as I noted before, from your tailbone, we had a light pillar moving through your cervix, through the lingam root, upwards, through your spinal column, connecting you to Source. I ask in the light of consciousness all of the implants, miasma, inversion, to be burnt up, neutralized, deleted, cancelled in this high frequency of Source beingness. It feels like you're sitting on a volcano, but it is white, crystalline, light blue, gold. Readjusting all of these nadis. These are the nadis you don't know about, subtle energy channels. And there's a clear flow from the earth into your root, your sexual organs, your spine, your heart, your head, outwards. And we're going to connect. I'm going to make you understand how your torus field functions. So you are being fed by life force energy. It's entering your root, through the sexual organs, all the way through your spine up to Source, from the back body. And from Source we move down through the front body, all the way back down to the center of the earth, creating this circling of consciousness, life force, sexual energy, one with Devi, one with the mother, one. This is Tantra. You have a very skewed understanding in the West what Tantra is. Tan means a means, a teaching, an application. Being connected with all that is. I ask now this macrocosmic circuitry to adjust with the microcosmic circuit. System to system adjustment. Feel how rejuvenated you feel. All the lethargy, all the dense energies are removed through this circulation of life force. I ask for the full healing of this body, mind, soul conglomerate. And I ask this pulsation of energy to naturalize, harmonize from this point onwards, so it is. And I also ask now the Stargate that we formed in this group field be activating its magnetic force, and through its magneticism it attracts all of the lower vibrational impositions, no matter what form it is, whether it's in a form of entities, implants, thought patterns, energy patterns, ancestral programming. It's attracting to itself from the field like a magnet. It's spinning very fast, and now as it's spinning it's like dropping everything you don't need anymore into the fire. So do you have any sexual addictions? Do you have fear from intimacy? The field can clear it now, attracting to itself, and clear 0 point now. Programming of scarcity, incessant looping in fear. Fear programming. Clear, delete now. And I ask all the entities to be sent back to the place of their choice, because they do not match our frequency any longer. Thank you. Notice if you have these fantasies of torture during your intercourse, or if you have shame and guilt implants through memories. It's showing me that it's all being pulled out of your body. This is called quantum healing through your belly button. Wow, beautiful. It's like I unplug this plug, meaning each one of us, I unplug this plug that no longer serves our evolution. Shame, fear, guilt. If you've been abused as a child, whether it doesn't even have to be sexually abused, just any type of abuse, I ask for the hologram to be fully cleared. And now I ask this central Stargate channel to neutralize all of these densities that have been extracted in the common field, group field. Turn them into the highest frequency of light. Thank you. And now very quickly, we're going to clear any and all remaining lower vibration. Just see a 6-pointed star. It's like an upward facing triangle and a downward facing triangle together. So we have the 6-pointed star, golden crystalline white light, and interpose it, put it inside your root chakra, and see it spinning very fast. The two triangles are spinning so fast that what you see is a golden bulb of light. So place it into the root, and then place another one into your solar plexus. Moves very fast. Place it into your solar plexus, so sacral chakra, and then the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, third eye chakra, and the crown chakra, and see all of these balls spinning very fast. And they all explode. Zero pointing the field. I ask for the full zero pointing of this field. Thank you. I ask Mother, Father, God to seal this transmission in all directions and all corners. Thank you. I ask that this light information technology be translated into our physical 3-dimensional matrix imprint. I ask for a full integration now. Full energy makeup now. Boosting the immunity, life force energy, sexual energy, pranic energy, Wow, there's such a clear thoroughfare, meaning the pillar of your light is clear. And any reverberation that you might have from now on in your life, you have clarity of what is going on. It's no longer subconscious or unconscious. I thank our guides, our higher selves, the angelic medical team. I ask for our honoring of our body avatars, for being here on earth, leading the way, embodying the law of the One, Mother, Father, God. In this high frequency, being one with yourself, you can make an intention to meet your divine counterpart. Completing your ascension journey with them together. Twin flame. Understand it is not a cheesy, dripping memory that you are used to. This type of union you have not encountered yet. Whether you are with somebody or without, this union has to happen within you first. And very slowly make the intention to anchor all of this life into the 5D unity grid. So it is. And as you open your eyes, you're fully boosted up with this source light being, emanation, one with all. For me, it feels better than an orgasm right now because it is so cellular, it's so intense, it's so freeing. And this is now going to ripple out into the holographic field. It's rippling out and clearing all of the vibrations that need to adjust to this highest frequency. Yeah, I feel my cells buzzing too, Tessie. So just on a mental level, when you, the tailbone may be hurting now for days because it's clearing those densities. I have my tailbone hurting now for months. And so do you feel it now in your cells? This is your sexual energy in every single cell. Buzzing. And this buzzing is behind every phenomena. All the phenomena, everything that you see or don't see, is this vibration. And now if you have any kind of a bodily disturbance, like a cold or any pain, put your focus there, awareness and focus, and just have it leave the body, but use this high frequency light to clear anything and everything out that you no longer need. Oh, and what the field is telling me is that pay attention that sometimes stuff is cleared out already, but we have a belief that it's not cleared out. And so holographically, you are re-interposing something that has been cleared because your ego mind thinks, oh, it will never clear. So drop any of your beliefs. Just drop them. Drop them. Anybody wants to share or have any comments, experiences, inquiries? I'm noticing there's a lot of fear for me coming up, a lot of fear, nausea.
Yeah, as I just shared in the chat, I feel like all my cells really, really buzzing, and I feel like so much energy. And it was very interesting because the first part of the meditation, I was sitting and falling asleep all the time. And the moment I decided to lay down, I was fully there, like fully just present. So yeah, it was very interesting to see that. Yeah, I'm feeling just very energized.
Yeah, me too. Does anybody have that experience? Or sometimes it can have the opposite effect depending on what's going on in the clearing process. And I would like to ask you, do not enter any type of space right now in meditation. When you're like in this la la land, bring it here, back here, here. This is how you can utilize your fifth dimensional integration. Yes, I wanted to tell you that if you're noticing your life, like just what occurs in your life, and if it's any type of turbulence, it could be these energies releasing out. Just please hold it, and do not get too much sucked in with it. Sometimes it's too late, you're already sucked in, it's okay, it's fine, it's fine. But when we deal with sexual energy, then a lot of stuff moves in the outside world as well. Maybe childhood memories of pain, maybe a little bit of disturbance between couples, but just we don't have to go into it. Yes. So we just cleared it.
Yeah, I was over the last months overall experiencing a lot of like health stuff, like one after the other. It always came something different. It was very interesting, and it keeps on like coming, so that I'm like all the time coming back, not doing much, being more with myself, not meeting anyone. Like it's yeah, it's interesting to see it, but it seems to actually even feel good to rest.
These higher frequencies are actually making us stop. Stop. Just stop. And I notice when I don't stop, I become very agitated. And if anybody, oh yeah, so I'm going to master a phase deeper clearing of all parallel timelines. And we've dealt with them to a certain degree, but because we all evolve, I either be able to master it by next Monday, but this is what I want to do in order to bring and close up, because sometimes imagine these parallel timelines are like open doors. You can have 9 of them or however many, and we are going to close all of them to kind of be able to, this is having full authority over your energy matrix. Because if you are being sucked into all of these timelines, then it is not possible to know them consciously. So what happens is that you're also leaking out there. And you'll notice that when we deal with those energetic disturbances, then you're more, once you deal with them, you're more in your I am. I've been working on them now for a few months, like 4, since September, but even earlier. I don't even know what month we're in. Yeah. Okay, so write in the chat anywhere you like if you have any questions, inquiries. If you also noticed what you would propose to work on within this paradigm, if you can shed some light on it, or you're having this inquiry, then let's work on that too. I am open, because it's just the common ground where we can connect and move things. Okay, thank you so much for today's space holding. I am really, really thankful for our mutual work. Blessings. See you on Sunday and Monday.